Hey thrifty friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to add a personalized touch to your baby shower gifts, as well as an easy DIY you can stock up on that you can use for take-home prizes or as a quick all-occasion hostess gift. So cozy up with a warm beverage and let's get started. So my good friend is expecting a baby girl next month, and we recently had a little sprinkle for her. I always like to get some things from the registry, but I also like to include a personalized DIY gift. I decided to make a little sign that could be displayed in the baby's room. I started with this little board sign that I got on half off day for just $1 at the thrift store. It had burlap around the edges, which I really liked, so I taped that off so that I could paint just the face of the sign. In order to cover the previous design, I like to first cover my signs with black acrylic craft paint. Then I did a top coat of my favorite chalk paint, the plaster color by Waverly. Since chalk paint is thicker, it only took one coat to get good coverage. So when I was reviewing my friend's registry, I noticed that she had registered for some little pictures for the room that had gray frames. So I thought I would try to make this complementary to those by painting the burlap around the edges gray. I'm using the granite gray color from Apple Barrel Paints, a really affordable brand of paint available at Walmart for only 60 cents. Next, I gave the face of the board a little bit of a distressed look by dry brushing on some of the same granite gray that I used on the edges. I just dipped the chippy brush ever so slightly into the paint, dabbed most of it off on a paper, and then brushed lightly onto the surface. I moved back and forth in the same direction so that the marks looked almost like the board had been sanded to reveal a previous layer of paint. I actually thought that the paint was a little heavy, so I went over it lightly with a baby wipe to blend it. Now, this is where you can add any words or saying that you like. If you know what the baby's name will be, you could do that, or a nursery rhyme could be really cute too. Since this is a church friend of mine, I decided to use the verse, "For this child we have prayed," and I used my favorite Word Swag app to create the graphic. If you aren't familiar with the Word Swag app, I have a tutorial which I'll link above showing how I layer different fonts to achieve this look. Then I just printed out the graphic, and now you see me using my carbon transfer paper to trace the lettering onto the board. I thought the small lettering looked great as is with just the color from the transfer paper, and to match that on the cursive word I decided to fill it with a dark gray twistable crayon from my Boys' Craft stash. And here I'm showing a close-up of the effect that those twistable crayons make. Because of the texture on the board from the paint strokes, the effect that the crayon has makes it already look a bit distressed, like it was already sanded. I just really love testing out different mediums to achieve the exact look that I want for each piece. I filled in the rest of the word, and this DIY was done. And here it is on my counter. This only cost $1 at the thrift store, but with a little paint, I turned it into a really nice add-on to my baby gift. So for the shower, I was asked by the hostess for some little decor pieces to add to the prize bags for the games, and I knew just what to use. I love to pick up pottery pieces at the thrift store for $1 to $3 each that can work as vases or planters. And when I have the time, I paint them all up in a batch to look like stoneware. I'll link my tutorial up above for how I achieved this stoneware look using paint. So then when I need a hostess gift, or in this case a baby shower prize, it's quick and easy to consult my stash and fill it with succulents or whatever I have on hand. Today I picked this little fondue pot, which was originally this hideous brown color. And then I have a big box of succulents that I keep on hand. Most of them are from Dollar Tree, but I also have some from Amazon. I chose 3 that I thought looked good together. I usually aim to have different textures and heights and some variation in color. Once I was happy with their placement, I glued the foam down and then glued each succulent in as well. Then I filled in with moss in the spaces between the plants. There are 2 different kinds of moss from Dollar Tree, and for these I prefer the reindeer moss, which is a softer green color. And here it is on my counter. I love how this came out, and it literally took me 5 minutes to put together, and it's so easy to have on hand for all occasion gifts. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this video inspired you to put a little DIY into your gift giving, and if you enjoyed this video, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with my content. I have lots more in store for the coming months, including some great neutral decor that can help you transition from winter into spring that you won't want to miss. See you next time. Bye.